Well, I think actually now we have got two outstanding goalkeepers. Henderson's been magnificent this season. His kicking as well is a big strength of Pickford, as we know. We have two keepers who can make the necessary saves, play out from the back, which is now a massive requirement. It's interesting, Pickford has come out. I think I don't have a problem with that. It shows he's got personality, a character. I mean, just at the weekend, we know he was at fault for the first goal he conceded against Palace. And I think that was a technical issue, the way that he'd set up. But he's a difficult player, actually, because I've been critical about him being a bit erratic and needing to calm down. I think the Newcastle game, I was critical when he fell into the goal, was still trying to make the save, lost his bearings because he was almost like frantic in the goal. It was almost comical. So that balance for him is a difficult one, because the save he makes from Benteke at the weekend was absolutely magnificent. That sort of twitch fibre that he has, that quick save, is that because of the mental state that he's in? I was just used to a goalkeeper in David Seaman who wasn't perfect. By the way, he didn't go to the European Championships in '92, didn't make the squad, had a dip in form, and he's so young, Jordan Pickford, 25 years of age, Henderson's 22. What age do you really mature into a top goalkeeper? So I think there's some developing to do, and I think it's just to do with a belief issue. But the balance is difficult, because if you want to be calm, but you don't want to be complacent, and you want to be quick, you've got to get into position, your setup's got to be right to make these saves, and just occasionally it isn't. So that's what's between his ears, and that's an air of invincibility where you kind of grow into this top goalkeeper. You need to be able to look at the keeper and say, "By me, he looks fantastic." Well, perhaps we were lucky that more games weren't called off. But yeah, nonetheless, it's now going to be leaving Guardiola with a massive fixture pile-up, partly because as a victim of his own success. The Carabao Cup coming up on the 1st of March, we know that's a weekend where he can't play. It'll be nearly 3 weeks when they finally do come back to play their first Premier League game. They've got the FA Cup as well, considerations, and if they can beat Real Madrid in the last 16 and they move forward into a quarter-final, that gets played either side of an FA Cup semi-final. If they beat Sheffield Wednesday, of course, in the FA Cup and progress, they're into the 5th round now. They've got to get past a few more rounds, but there is potentially going to be a nightmare for them. But I think it's almost the year to do it in, because the Premier League is gone. They're 12 points or so safe in the 4th position, with Sheffield United coming up behind. So there's enough of a cushion there, but it's still going to be a nightmare to fit all those games in. And probably going to have to play lots of kids in some of the latter fixtures. The West Ham game when it's rearranged, the Arsenal game. And there's still an expectance for City to get points, but they're going to have to play the kids and really use their squad. But it's, the Premier League tried to do the right thing in giving a break, and their worst nightmares come true, really, because it's going to be a nightmare to get the City fixtures fit into an already congested calendar. Well, we've got 12 games to go, so it's a little bit early to be talking about Player of the Year. And when you look at the Liverpool team, you could make a case for so many of the players. It's quite remarkable. A lot of people are talking about Henderson. If you think back to this time last year, Fabinho coming in and taking that central role from him, it looked like his career was going to be over, but it was going to be more like a bit part player. And now, though, he's a really central part of what Liverpool do. And that probably was borne out through the conversation from Jurgen Klopp, where he did say, look, I can play either side of the holding midfield player. And he's proved it. I could make a case for Alexander-Arnold, the number of assists he has, the quality that he has, Robertson left back, Gomez and Van Dijk now. I'm struggling to think of a better partnership in the Premier League. And you could say they haven't played together enough, and that would be the only thing against it. But both players are purring at the moment. The goalkeeper behind them looks almost unbeatable. Mane again is another one who certainly wouldn't want to play against him. He's a big loss to them when he's not available. Firmino down the middle, Salah. So it's tough, and all of the best players are going to come really from Liverpool.